Courtney. How are you? How's it going? How's it going? Wait for some more of our amazingly awesome people, friends, coming up in here. What's going on, Randall? Good to see you. Yeah, 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 yeah. What's going on, Mr. Randall? Good to see you. I got Randall, Mr. Randall in here. Oh man, good to see you. Good to see you. You know what time it is. It is that we're gonna have that conversation. Got my brace. Oh, you just got braces. Listen, take care of those braces. Wash your teeth. Wash your teeth. Brush your teeth. Do all those things with your teeth. Use those floss. The quicker you stay on point with your braces, the faster they can come off. Okay, so do that because you want those braces to come off as soon as possible, ASAP even. So yeah, do that. Um, yeah, good to see everybody. You know what it is? It is Tuesday, and Tuesday is all about Lego Masters. Lego Masters is back. Brick Literacy, good to see you. Brick Babe, good to see you. Lego Masters is back. Took a week off, and they are back. Christopher, yeah, you're livid. I hear you. I hear you. I hear you. As always, this is a non-spoiler review. Non-spoiler reaction just to the episode. All feelings aside, I'm only talking about the episode. I'm not talking about which teams went home, which teams won. Um, Not about that. It's all about the episode. So the episode was the floating brick challenge. Basically, the teams had to come together and they literally had to build a large structure on this. They had to build a large structure on this right here. Tisa Kinder, Rob, good to see you. So they had to literally build a structure on a Technic brick, which is a very interesting challenge, to be honest. Building something out of nothing is what we do with Lego, right? Everybody does that. Mark, good to see you, bro. Everybody does that, right? Whenever we're building with Lego, we start with page one of our instructions, and we start with that first brick. And after we're done with that first brick, by the time we're finished, we have an entire big and amazing set, right? For our mock builders, for us who build, even Lego masters like myself, when we start building something, we start from one brick. And from that one brick, boom, explosion. So they have to literally build on that one brick. I thought that was just incredible to see what they were doing. Before I go even further into the episode, Mr. Randall mentioned it, and I posted it as well, but I will mention it again. For those who did not see Lego Masters yet, there is an amazing commercial during Lego Masters that's promoting Space Jam, and our very own Boone Langston was able to build an incredible build for this commercial. Obviously, whenever you're doing something as it relates to Lego Masters or as it relates to a IP or a property, you really can't share much information. So it was a complete shock to me, just being able to see Boone, show off his skill, demonstrate his skill, and just seeing someone from our season represented in this season of Lego Masters. It was definitely an amazing thing. Boone is a celebrity. Not was. He is a celebrity. Boone and Mark, celebrity. Jessica and Sam, celebrity. Tyler and Amy, celebrity. Jess and Cara, celebrity. Corey and Travis, you know what I'm saying? So every one of us are celebrities, but Boone definitely represented us very, very well. I would have to say that congratulations once again to Boone for the amazing opportunity to build a Space Jam basketball hoop, and just being able to be immortalized, honestly, with the Looney Tunes. That's like a dream come true. So that's amazing. I'm so happy and proud of him. For real. Midwest Builders, I see you in here. So let's go back to the episode. Once again, this is a non-spoiler, so I'm not spoiling any results of the challenges. I'm not spoiling any of the winners losers. Well, I wouldn't say losers. Departers. I would say it like that. There's no losers in Lego Masters. Once you've made it on Lego Masters and you're there and you're part of Lego Masters, you're a winner. Whether you leave the first challenge or you make it to the finals, you're a winner. Point blank. Period. You have departers, people who depart the show, but you have everybody's winners. But just once again, the floating brick challenge was very different. I would say the beginning of it, I was like, no offense, I love Will Arnett. I love that dude. I'm just like, yo, dude, let's get to like Ken Jong was on there. There was no significance for him to be on here. Honestly, it was really cool to see him, but I was like, yo, let's get to the Bills. Let's get to the Bills. Let's see the process. Let's see where we're going. So upon the beginning of it, I believe, and I think, and I trust that they took a lot of time exploring the builds, talking about different aspects of different teams' builds. Everybody was building something different. Again, it's a criticism that I have from last season. Is a criticism that I have this season. I understand that they're trying to create a narrative for certain teams. I understand that they're trying to create a kind of like helping you to root for certain teams because they're you like them and you really want them to win and everything like that. Um, I just feel like it's tired, so to speak. I think the builders speak for themselves based on what they build, how they present themselves. I don't think there's any reason to have more drama, and especially among brothers, because granted, brothers are naturally competitive against other teams of brothers. Like me and my brother, whenever we see another team of brothers at a sporting event, you automatically you kind of have this like well, what makes them so good to be here? All that stuff. Um, I feel like we don't need to see that in Lego Masters. That's just my opinion. But again, um, it's made for good TV, right? So there was a narrative being told, and there's a storyline being built around two teams. And I'm not going to tell you the two teams. If you've been watching, you should know exactly which two teams I'm talking about. So there's like a sibling rivalry between those two teams, which is okay. But again, when that becomes the storyline of the show, it I feel like it takes away from us getting to know the other teams because now we're just focusing on these two teams. And I believe that we have so many great teams and so many great talents. I feel as though that we can definitely see the talent in the room. When it comes to the top builds, um, I don't think there was. I understood why the two teams on the got on the got against each other. One build was superior from the other. I would say that, and not to discredit anything that they were able to build. That's an amazing challenge on its own. But one build looked like it can actually be a Lego set. It was like really detailed, colorful. It popped. It looked like something that could be in a museum. It was so good. The other build that was on the top two, I think that it's impressive, very impressive, but the color scale was down to like about 3 or 4 color palettes. And when I look around the room to other builds, I saw a lot more color. But then again, the size and the scale is something that it's like it grabs you, it brings you in. So I understood why the two teams that got to that made it to the top two were there. Um, if you were to ask me last episode, who would be the two teams that will be there for the Golden Brick, I would be able to tell you right off the bat who will be those two teams. And it's only because that's the storyline that they have been telling since the first episode. Now that storyline is complete, hopefully. So now we can finally move on to, focusing more on the builds and focusing on the competition aspect of the show. Um, in between, I thought everybody did a great job with their builds. I thought everybody did an amazing job with the different colors. I mean, again, the scale is impressive alone. What they got to do, they got to build off of one brick, and that's amazing to do. Um, a lot of great colors. I love the story. So, and I'm going based off my memory. Um, when it comes to the turtle in the lighthouse, amazing work, amazing work. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. The colors was good. The characters was good on it. Very very fun. It was a very fun build. When we move on and we looked at other builds, again, color was everything on this challenge. The bottom two teams, the teams that got to the bottom two, um, I take issue to one of those teams being in the bottom. And it's because when I looked at their build, I didn't see Lego. I saw something that looked like it was coming to life. It didn't look like Lego to me. It was a little busy, I would say that, but still, it was beautiful. I thought it was great. I didn't think that build should have been in the bottom. My opinion. I don't think that build should have been in the bottom. The team that I thought was going to be in the bottom, and the camera people, when you watch it, the camera people swerved you. You thinking they're gonna call for them, but they didn't. And I knew that they weren't going to go to them because, again, you can kind of see the trajectory of certain teams as they're building, as the episodes continue. You can see when you have a team that is struggling. You can see when you have a team that is thriving. The teams that are struggling are the teams that you want to look out for. Like, okay, well, they're slowly but surely, certain challenges are going to challenge them and challenge them out. You know, um, the bottom team, the team that had to go. Um, I thought their build. I saw why they went home, and it's in. I feel real. Not privileged, but I feel good about knowing how, just kind of seeing how they think. Because when I was on the show, I didn't see it that way. And even when I saw all my other family members going through and one by one they were being eliminated. I wasn't really understanding why they were being eliminated. I thought it was just part of the storyline. But then when I went back and checked it out again, I'm like, okay, I understand why they went home. I understand why they went home. I understand why me and my brother went home. I understand. I get it. It's a growth. It's a learning process, and that's how you learn. That's how you grow. The team that went home tonight, and again, for those who is in the chat, please do not say anything. Please do not blurt it out. There's other people on here who have not seen Lego Masters yet. Please give them the respect to watch it and enjoy it for themselves. But the team that went home tonight, when I saw their build, when I saw their idea, I loved it. I loved where they were going with it. It made sense for them to do that build, obviously. When I started seeing the build process, and Jamie said it perfectly. He said, you can look from across the room and it pops. It's there. You can see it. When you get closer, that's when you start to have a little bit of hesitancy. One thing that I learned from the show, when me and my brother did the Space Match Challenge and we had to do the planet, one thing Jamie told me, he said the same thing. A lot of it wasn't captured on camera for you guys to see, but what he said basically was, your build, the idea is really good. Your sphere is a round circular sphere, but your planet, it's lopsided. It's round on one side. It's a little bit not so round on the other side. So they were looking at it and they were like, yeah, it's not fully, the circumference of it, the spherical shape of it is not perfect. When you look at other people's builds are jagged and uneven for certain reasons. Other people's builds are supposed to be Even if it's the top, if it's the stem, if it's the balloon, whatever the case is, it has to be perfect. It has to be perfect. So I understood why the that other team, um, why they had issues with that spherical shape. I understood why. Um, and again, when it comes to the bottom two, I thought one of those teams did not have to be in the bottom two. However, unfortunately, when I saw one of those teams in the bottom two, I automatically knew what was going to happen. And I mean, that's how the cookie crumbles. That's how the bricks crumble in a sense. I feel as though I may have. I don't think I spoiled anything. I hope I didn't. But overall, it was a great episode. I thought the episode was fun. I thought the episode was really good. I thought they took their time, production, and spending more time with the builders, spending more time with the stories. They did a lot of animation in this episode. A lot of animation in this episode. I think maybe 3 or 4 teams were featured and were animated, and I think that's amazing. You know, getting your Lego creation animated on Lego Masters solidifies you. All right, because you can always take that. You could always take that build, take that animation, and that's part of your portfolio forever. You could show that to your kids. You could demonstrate that. And that's an incredible thing. You want to be able to do that, right? You want to be able to show what you were able to do. And I thought that the teams that were highlighted, they did an expert job. They did a great job. Um, the teams that um, the teams that were struggling, um, it is a struggling challenge. But again, when it comes to Lego Masters, the job is to perform. The job is to make creations out of Lego. And if you can't do that, then unfortunately you'll be able to say goodbye. I mean, that's just how it is. Um, well, brick literacy. Again, when you look at the build that went to the when you look at the build that was also in the top two, um, there wasn't a lot of story you can really animate from it. There's not a lot of story you can animate from it. Again, the color palette was very dull in my opinion. But I mean, for the story, they used the right colors. The reds popped. Other random colors that they used popped. I got a kick out of some of the cool features that you saw here and there, but they didn't rely on too much story. They told the story just by what you were seeing. You can see that on a movie poster. That's what you want to do. That's how you impress the judges, by building something that should be on a movie poster. That's what they look for. That's what they look for. That's what they want, right? Um, it is sad to see people go, especially now. We're in episode 5. We're now slowly getting to halfway. We're halfway in these challenges. We're at the halfway point in our builds. The next team that goes home, we would now be down to the half point. Um, the teams that have gone home so far, I understand why they gone home. Um, and I'm appreciative of this season of Lego Masters because um, for those who have gone, they didn't go because of they didn't go because of like some type of shenanigans. you know um, they built to their heart's content. They built as best they could. A couple, maybe 1 or 2 episodes were kind of shaky, but the rest they kind of build and kind of, wherever, however wherever they measured up to everybody else, they just gotta keep it moving. Um, it's really hard. It's really hard to not talk about to not get more in depth with these reviews because I'm a ball of emotion right now. I'm a ball of emotion right now. Um, I'm extremely proud of the team that worked hard to get to the position that they were in with Lego Masters. I am extremely proud of their efforts. I'm extremely proud of the representation. I'm extremely proud of how they did their thing. Um, so tomorrow is my spoiler free, and that one is probably going to be a little later because I am going to be I will be with Talk Bricks. Talk Bricks. If you go follow them on Instagram, they're an exclusive podcast of Lego Masters. So I will be on that episode. I'm talking about this episode. Um, so I won't be on at my scheduled time of 8 o'clock. I will be on later to talk about this episode of Lego Masters. I support the show. I enjoy the show. I am a fan of the show. Um, I am I am of the reality that as good um, as good as this show is, there are things that they need to improve. That goes with anything. I thought the first 5 minutes of the show, I didn't see a purpose to it. Um, I thought we could have just they could have just lowered that brick and be like, "Yo, this is today's challenge. This is what we're doing. Let's go." And I would have been great. I would have been great with that. But I thought that 5 minutes that they cut out to do that, I thought that could have been dedicated to other builds. That could have been dedicated to looking at other teams' builds and what they were doing. Um, again, I get it. I get why it happened. I get yeah, yeah. I was like, what's the purpose of this? Like, why? Like, I don't get it. I don't get it. But at the end of the day, you want to make a fun episode. You want people to laugh, and that's what they're all about. Um, yeah, great work, everybody. Everybody who's worked on season two of Lego Masters. Lego Masters season two has been a giant success, and it's because of the hard work you guys have put in. It's because of the effort that you guys have made. It's because of all that you guys do. You guys have created such an incredible season, and the builds and the emotional toll that these builds have had on you guys and on me. It's incredible. It's incredible. And I just want to leave with this note. um, Never sell yourself short. Okay. um, it is hard to get upset or be discouraged by not being able to fulfill a destiny or fulfill a purpose, or be told that um, your purpose wasn't good enough, so go home. So it's hard to feel that and to go through that. I want to encourage anyone who's watching, whether you're aspiring to be on Lego Masters in a future season, whether you're aspiring to be just a Lego builder, whether you're aspiring to be whatever, never sell yourself short. Okay. When opportunity knocks and you answer and it's not what you expect, opportunity will knock again. All right. Um, Not only will opportunity knock again, but uh, a better opportunity will come again. So I want you guys to be inspired by that. I want you guys to um, hold that as truth. All right. Um, Everybody who's on the show of Lego Masters, they earn their spot. Okay. Despite what you might have heard or whatever, they earn their spot. They have put in the work, whether they are big in the Lego community or they're very tiny section of the Lego community. wherever they are, or wherever they were pulled from, or whatever, they have earned their keep. They went through the rigorous training. They went through the rigorous hours building. It is not easy building with a time clock in front of you. You cannot say, I want to build this thing, but hey, I got time. How much time I got? I got a month to build. I got time. No, like grueling hours, waking up 5 a.m., 6 a.m., getting down to that lobby, hopping in a van, drinking coffee, whatever, to wake yourself up, getting into wardrobe, getting into makeup, then standing, then waiting, then being told, all right, we're filming episode 5. Put on your best face. Be TV ready. Be TV ready. Walk out. Big lights, smiling. You don't know what to expect. Then when you start the build process, you're feeling confident. You're like, all right, we got this in the bag. You look up. All right, 30 minutes of left. Cool. We're still building. And as you're building, you look up again. 5 hours have gone by. You look at what you built. We are nowhere close to where we want to be. Like, where has the time gone? Nothing you can really do about that. You can't tell them to stop the clock. The clock keeps going. And then it's on top of that, you look around and you see other people building. And you see their builds coming together. And you're like, oh my gosh, I gotta pick up the pace. Me and my partner, we gotta pick up the pace. Then frustration starts to set in. And you want to save face. You don't want to give that frustration out, because once you give that frustration out, cameraman is rolling. So they're going to watch that. And as those hours fall and as those hours go, you start to notice, all right, we got to pull a rabbit out the hat. There's one, you can pull as many rabbits out the hat. Eventually you're going to reach in. There's no more rabbits. And when you reach in, there's no more rabbits. It's really going to be what you have and what you present. That's a lot of pressure. That's a lot of pressure. So I commend any of the Lego Masters from this season, last season, my season, other seasons from other places. It is not an easy show. It is not an easy show. And, putting in that work, it's hard. It's hard. It's hard to do. Good analogy, right? I've been told I give good analogies. But yeah, it is tough. It is a tough show to do. And as a Lego builder, you take pride in being able to say you were on a show like that, And even if you don't make it to the finals and, you muttered out halfway or in the beginning, wherever, you can at least look back and say, you know what? I did something that only a handful of people have done. I stood in front of a camera where everybody was building, and I said, I'm going to build the best I can. And what do I have to show for it? You're immortalized forever on TV. That's my encouraging word of the night. All right. So once again, if you haven't seen this week's episode, please go and check out this week's episode. If you're late to the party, go back and check out the last 4 episodes of Lego Masters, or last 5 episodes of Lego Masters. Yeah, 4. Just go back and watch all the episodes of Lego Master. You can go to Fox Now. You can use the app Fox Now. You can go on Hulu. If you have Xfinity, you can watch it on Xfinity, Comcast for us, such. There's ways to watch it. So I don't want to hear no excuse I can't watch it. Unless you're in a different country, then that's the biggest excuse, and you got it. But tomorrow is going to be a spoiler-heavy review. Spoiler-heavy. And I am hoping to have some Lego Masters come on for sure. I'm looking to have some Lego Masters come on and talk about the episode with me. Keep in mind, I'm always welcome to the Lego Masters perspective of the show. It is a TV show, and there are the producers are trying to put together the best product based on what the producers and directors and the stockholders are looking for when it comes to their money being spent. So what we might feel as they could have done this different or they could have done this better, they see it differently. That's why they're in charge. That's why they make the money. That's why they put out the show. Uh, we could speak candidly and without bashing the show. So I want to be clear, okay? So if I sound like I was bashing the show or anything like that, that wasn't my intention. This is raw emotion. Again, there's part of the show that they did very well. This episode, I thought they focused a lot on the builds this episode, which I was very pleased with. No builds were smashed unintentionally or intentionally, which was great. I'm happy about that. Um, and I thought the winning team deserved that win. I don't like the story that they're telling to represent that team. I think that team is a hell of a lot better than what they've been representing. Um, I don't think people. I don't think people go on the show to copy each other. You draw inspiration from each other because you're one big family. You draw inspiration, but you can't talk about that because it's a competitive show. But we're family. We're family. We want to win, just like any other family who's competing. You want to win, but you also understand that the person that you're competing against, they're trying to do the best they can too, and that's all it is. Next week's episode, though, I'm gonna go back to my angry rants because all I see is bricks being smashed again. I don't get it. I don't get it. But that's what sells. That's what people like. So I'm in the minority when it comes to that, obviously. But yeah. So yeah, come through tomorrow, everybody. I want to say 9:30 ish, maybe 10. Depends on how long this podcast take. Hopefully it's not that long, but it might be that long. So I don't know. But you can go and check out the podcast the next day, till Thursday when it comes out. Yeah, I think Thursday when it comes out, and then you can come back and such. But tomorrow I'm definitely going to be on. I'm going to have some Lego Masters on as well. Great episode. Great episode. Sad for the team that went home. I always appreciate what they build because it speaks right to me. So glad they went as far as they can. They did a great job. They should hold their heads up high. They did wonderful. They did a great job. Once again, Boone, being on a commercial building for Lego Masters for Space Jam commercial. That's an incredible honor. Boone has been a beacon of inspiration to me. I've spoken to Boone, and I've told Boone this time and time again. Whenever I see Boone, I immediately take out my notepad and start thinking about how I can improve myself as a entertainer, as a Lego builder, as a presenter of Lego content. I can't wait till I move so I can have more space to really, expand, get that Boone effect. That's what I call it, that Boone effect, you know. But I'm so incredibly happy for him. He did an incredible build. Please go and check out that commercial. It's on Instagram now. Check out the commercial. He was with Tweety. He was with Bugs. He even had the things around his head. It was amazing. It was amazing. I'm so proud of him. So freaking proud of him. He's such an incredible guy. So, yeah. Anyway, yeah, great episode. Sad for the team that left. Extremely happy for the team that won. They earned that victory. They did great. I thought their other bills in the past should have got them the first place, but I'm not a judge. But extremely proud of them. Extremely proud of them. All right, folks. I hope you guys have a great rest of your night. Thank you for hanging out with me. Thank you for listening to me chatter about this night's episode of Lego Masters. It's a great episode. I hope you guys enjoyed it. All right. Now, before this storm outside my window comes inside my house, I'm going to close my windows and I'm going to go to bed because I got camp tomorrow. And I got these kids, and these kids are not playing games. All right. Everybody, take good care. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. Keep being awesome. Keep being great. Keep watching Lego Masters. Keep supporting the Lego Masters as well. Follow all of us and keep giving us your support as we continue to support you guys. All right, we love you all. You guys are all part of the family. You guys make us possible. So thank you so much. Love you guys. Peace.